Today we're talking about lipos and lipo chargers. Roll the intros. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to Chelmswood. Today, as the title suggests, we are going to be talking about lipo batteries and chargers, extension leads, balance cables, etc, etc. So what do we use lipos for? We use lipo batteries in a lot of things. Mobile phones, tablets, iPads, watches can even have some form of a lipo small battery in them. There's a lot of things there that use lipos. But in this instance, we're talking about the radio control, car and aeroplane and helicopter and boat industry. So I'm going to spin the camera around, talk you through about what lipos do, how much they last for, etc, etc, safety and things like that. So I'm going to spin the camera around and we're going to get straight into talking about lipos and chargers. So here we have a selection of lipos. We have a 3-cell, 2-cell, another 3-cell and a 4-cell lipo. We have two forms of chargers. One is a small, easy to use balance charger that you do get in some radio control cars that are ready to run. Some manufacturers do give you this and a battery. And also I've got a skyrc T100 balance charger as well. And obviously what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how these chargers work and also how the batteries work as well. So basically, before and after any run, if you charge your batteries up before you run your car, make sure that you give them 10 minutes rest before you actually plug them into your car, boat, airplane or drone. And that way it gives the battery chance to cool down if it has got a little bit warm, and also gives it chance to settle down the chemicals, because there are chemicals inside these batteries that get charged and discharged. During a lipo charge, never ever ever leave your chargers unattended. So in other words, if you've got them charging up in your front room, you stay with them. If you've got them in your shed, you stay with them. These things, if they're left unattended and if they've been bashed around like this one has, and it's starting to get to the stage where it might be puffing, which this one hasn't, but as you can see it is a bit worse for wear. It starts to get a bit puffy, so in other words it expands, or it's getting to a stage where you can start seeing the cells inside. That could be dangerous. A lipo fire is very, very dangerous. Intense fire. If you leave it in your house, it will burn down your house. Now, also with lipo batteries, you have what they call milliamp hours. Now, the voltz one here is a 5,000 milliamp. The one at the back, which is the centro, which is a 4-cell battery, is 7,600 milliamps. Just let me pause the camera, guys, and let my dog out. So what does the milliamp hours mean? So for argument's sake, if you've got a battery that's got 3,000 milliamps, it's going to give you a run time of about 10 to 15 minutes. 4,200 milliamp hours is going to give you anything from 15 to 20 minutes run time. So this battery being a 2,200, this will only give you 10 to 15 minutes run time. Then it goes up to a 5,000 milliamp. Now this one here is a 5,000 milliamp battery, which is a 3-cell lipo, and this will give you an average run time between 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how hard you are using your vehicle. Again, this one here, which is a 5,500 milliamp, again, this will give you a run time between 20 to 30 minutes. Anything over 7,000 like this big boy here, you are looking at 30 to 40 minutes run time. Now, when it comes to the lipos, now I've said I've got a 2, a 3 again, and a 4 cell. Now you can get 5 cells and 6 cells, but I'm just going to do it with what I've got here. So I've got the 2, 3 and the 4. So a 2-cell LiPo is 7.4 volts, and when it's charging, especially on a balanced charger like this with a display, these can charge up to 8.4 volts. So if you're watching your charger and you see the volts go over the 7.4, don't panic. That is what they are designed for. So a 2-cell charges up to a maximum of 8.4 volts. A 3-cell, these two here, they will have a voltage of 11.1 volts and they charge up to 12.6 volts. And a 4-cell is a 14.8 volt battery, and it charges up to 15.2. Now also on the batteries you will see, if I grab this one here, is 60C on that one, a 50C on that one, and if I remember rightly this one is, turn it over, is 100C. What does that mean? The C rating comes in many different ratings, as I've just showed you, and the higher the C rating, the more power the battery can put out into your car, boat. So for argument's sake, you know, this one here is only a 50C. Now even though these two are similar, even though this is a 2 and this is a 3-cell, this one will pump out a little bit more power than what this one will. And obviously this one being 100C, this will give your car, boat, airplane the biggest burst of energy from that battery. So that is what the C rating is for. Now when it comes to storing your LiPos, especially with one of these, you can put them in what they call a storage mode. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pause the camera quick, plug this one in, and I'll show you what I mean. So, like I've just done, just put the power lead in, guys. So I'm just going to quickly flip it on. Like I said, this is the skyrc RC T100. Bleeps let you know that it's on. Now, I'm going to zoom you in, guys. Ooh. Sorry for my shoddy camera work there. So, as you can see, you've got battery program, Lipo Battery. So, that's what you want. But you can scroll through. So, you can got Life Battery, Lilo, LiHV, NIM batteries, NiCads, PBs. So you can charge a lot of batteries on this charger, and it also gives you a battery meter as well. Battery resistance you can also check, system settings, and battery memory. But we're going to just go on to the Lipo for a minute. Click on the little enter key. Now again, you can scroll through. So this is storage. You can balance charge, and then back to storage. Now what storage will do, if you've just finished running your car, airplane, boat, whatever, and this battery has now gone to a dead kind of zone, or not dead, but you know, needs recharging, but you're not going to be using it for a while, you can plug this in, put it on storage charge, and then once you press start, then that will put only 50% charge in this battery, and then you can store it quite safely for 6 months up to a year. That way, you know, if you fully charge these, they can degrade and the voltage will drop, and obviously if you put them in as a dead battery, then you might not be able to charge them back up again. So when you are actually charging, so if I put it onto charge setting, so this is how I do mine. I have it on balance, and that's the charge. Sorry for getting this view. This is obviously the charging cable, and this is the balance cable. It's kind of like a communication cable kind of thing. So once you plug them two into the charger, which I'm not going to do because mine are in storage mode, you click the enter, and then it comes up with 5 amps. Now if I was charging up this one, which is only a 2200 milliamp, I would lower that rating right the way down to 2.2. Now if I was going up to this one, which is the 5000s, again I bring it all the way up to 5 amps, which is the maximum that this charger can charge. So obviously put in a 7600 milliamp on here, put it on 5 amps. Obviously that is per hour that this charger will charge for. So this is going to take roughly about an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half to charge. Once you've done the ampage, click enter. You'll then see that it's got 3S. So this one here and this one here is a 3-cell LiPo, and it shows that it's at 11.1 volts. But if you want to charge this one, which is only a 2-cell at 7.4 volts, you just click down and it'll put it to 7.4. 3-cell 11.1, 4-cell 14.8, and that's all this charger can do. It can only do up to a 4-cell battery. Now once you've put it on charge, now obviously it won't do it properly because there's no battery connected. You press and hold that, it will do a battery check. It's saying it's a connection break because obviously there is no battery in there. But if this was plugged in, it would come up confirm yes or no. You just hit the enter button and then it will start charging. Once it's finished charging, these ones will give you an audible bleep to let you know they have charged, and then all you do is disconnect it and power this down. Now on the charger itself as well, this is a XT60 charger, so perfect for this one and this one. But this is an XT90 connection, so you're going to need a connector to connect that piece there, which is the female side, and to go into the charger there. And I have got the adapters and I will go grab them quickly and show you. So sorry about that guys, just quickly pause the camera there. Hold on. Sorry about that guys, I banged into the tripod and knocked the camera off. I don't do much editing on my videos. So this is a XT90 to XT60 connector. So what I would do is I would plug this into the bottom like that, plug that into the bottom, plug the connector into that, and then make sure you're doing positive here to positive there. Connect the balance, and like I said, I won't charge it fully, but I'll just quickly put it on. So quickly enter it, 5 amps, put it up to a 4-cell, press and hold, battery checking. And what's reason it's come up with a connection break is because I've got it on A. Switch it over to B, enter. It's already on 5 amps, 14.8, 4S, which is what this one there here is. Battery check, 4S, cancel, stop, confirm, enter, press enter. That is now charging. So I'm going to stop it there and right there because it's already on 89%. But that is how you charge the batteries. With these ones, this is a simple little system. Now this is only for a 2-cell or a 3-cell LiPo. And what you do with these, I'll just zoom you out a bit guys, that's a bit better, is you get hold of the balance cable from this 3-cell, plug it into the port here, plug that into the wall. These will be like an ambery colour. Once they're fully charged, that will then go to green. Turn it off, pull the plug out, and that is discharge. These are very cheap, very easy to use, but for battery life and to make your battery last all that much more longer, one of these is a highly well worth piece of kit to get. They're not that much that expensive. I will leave links to all the batteries and all the 2 chargers in the description, but I can't remember how much this cost me, but it's not a budget buster. It's, you know, it's not going to really burn a hole in your pocket. The only other thing you're going to need, guys, obviously, is once you have finished with your lipos, you're going to need one of these. It's a lipo bag. I don't know what it's made of. I think it may be Kevlar or something like that, or some form of fabric. But this is fire resistant. So once your batteries are inside here, if anything goes wrong with this battery and it catches fire, this here may save your house. That is a must. If you've got any LiPo batteries, this is a must, especially if you're not going to be using them for a while. And also, never leave batteries in direct sunlight. This cable here that you can see, this is just basically a balance charger extension cable, because trying to plug that into there with that bit there, it's going to be very, very tricky. So I always use balance extensions. That way the battery is on a firm surface away from the charger, because that could put heat into that, or that could put heat into that. That would not be good. So they're both away from each other. They've both got air cooling around them. That is a safe way of charging as well. So I'm going to end the video here, guys, and we're going to have a bit of a conclusion. So that is how I charge, store and look after my LiPo batteries. Now please, this is not a how-to. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just giving you some little bit of guidance from the information that I have learned from watching a lot of videos and reading about LiPos. Because a LiPo fire, like I said, guys, they are very nasty things indeed. And like I said, it's not just the radio control car industry that uses LiPos. They're in your mobile phones, they're in your tablets, they're in your Apple iPads, they are even in your laptops. So there are a lot of LiPos out there, and like I said, you do have to look after them. I'm not going to waffle on anymore, guys. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please smash that like button down on the left hand side. And if you've got any questions or comments, please leave a comment down below. And again, I will leave a link to all the batteries and chargers in the comment section, in the description down below as well. If you're a subscriber of mine and you stayed with me for a long time, and you've just joined me, thank you very much for joining me. Hope that you're enjoying the content. If you want to become a subscriber, you know what to do. Click on the subscribe button down on the right hand side and click on the little bell icon, select all. That way you get notified of all my videos. If you want to carry on watching videos from my channel, guys, there should be a link coming up here and here. Until the next time, take care of yourselves, protect your loved ones, but above all, happy modelling, and bye bye from Chelmswood.